Former Chula Vista police officer lashed out in court today against the men he says tried to kill him. It's the death penalty phase against two Mexican cartel leaders convicted of murder, kidnapping, and torture. 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina is live with the moments that brought a drug lord to tears and caused a former officer to lose his cool. Steve,
that former officer was asked to recall the night or the day 9 years ago when he was involved in a shootout that nearly killed him. Today it was just too much for him to handle. We can't show the officer's face, judge's orders. This was just after his meltdown, as he looked at pictures of the shootout when he tried to arrest suspects in a red Chevy Suburban. It was September of 2005.
When I saw how many times I had been shot at and how many evidence markers were out there, I get emotional because of the pain that my friends and family would go through if I weren't here today.
Richard Maple wasn't wounded physically, but he was emotionally, especially when he returned to the scene.
At that point, I realized I almost lost my life and I was almost killed. Okay, and so that hits reality pretty hard.
Another bad moment was watching TV news coverage the next day.
She had said the officer didn't have a chance. And she's quite correct in that statement.
Maple was the final prosecution witness as the jury weighs the death penalty for Jorge Rojas Lopez and Juan Estrada Gonzalez, two leaders of a South Bay street gang known as Los Palillos, convicted of murders, torture, kidnapping. Maple suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. His marriage dissolved. He quit the force.
I don't know if you can term the reaction as anger. What I can say is that these just tried to kill me.
Rojas wiped his eyes as his sister testified, as she tries to save his life. And we'll hear from that sister at 7 o'clock as she describes some of the violence in their home in Tijuana years before his gang involvement. Live downtown, Steve Fiorina.